following show is a paid program.
Hey family, how you doing today? It is Friday. Just wanted to say that, and we have in the building, I call her national recording artist, but recording artist Zion Voice. How you doing?
I'm great, Cam. How are you?
Doing great. I understand you're from New Orleans.
I am naturally New Orleans.
You all are about to go to the Super Bowl, it looks like. I don't know.
I'm super stoked about
exactly.
it.
Who that?
Who that, baby? Who that?
How did we get started, and how was your journey? How did it go? Just get started in the music.
Really, I would attribute it to a young man sitting across the table from me in third grade, and he used to always pick on me. He used to say things, but he would use rap. And I said, you know what, I'm going to get you. And I did, finally, and I stuck with it, and been in it about 10 years before actually taking it serious.
Absolutely. And doing so, when you get started as an artist, a lot of artists are, now they're local or whatever, and they want to go mainstream. They want to get their own, record album. They want to get well, I don't call them records anymore. They're CDs.
Singles, EPs.
At this point, in doing so, what would you tell new artists?
I would tell new artists basically to make sure you have a good support system around you, because that's the main thing. Because as artists, you go through that process of creating, but then going in, you need somebody that's going to be around you, that's going to encourage you even when you feel like the music is not worth putting out.
Absolutely. So, and then, or do you write?
I write.
You write
yes,
your own?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. And in writing your own music, and just where do you get your inspiration from?
A lot of it I pull from things that we experience, and also just pulling from God and saying, okay, God, what is it that you want to talk to your people about? And some of the stuff I'm like, nah, we can't talk to him about that. But he's like, nah, we need to talk about it.
Absolutely. We met at a play, and just
yes,
the networking,
did.
And I'm buying some shades, as usual, always buying. I told you, I just have a problem with it. I'm in rehab for buying.
No, the shoppers are not.
No, exactly, the shoppers are not. So I was buying some shades. You were helping me out with buying them from your boutique, your vending. You were vending.
Yes, we were vending. We have Future Bright Boutique here in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
And so we have everything. So we need to get you updated with some stuff.
And in doing so, we were talking about the advice, but COVID happened.
Right.
Man. And started happening really the end of February, the beginning of March.
Yes, it did.
How did it affect the industry?
I believe it affected the industry because it made artists come out of their comfort zone. A lot of times we depend on having live venues to minister or perform, and so it made us get out of our comfort zone and say, okay, well, how do I still connect to my audience?
Right.
And so with that, being able to say, okay, let's do live streaming, let's, do digital and figure out how we can do that properly where we're still connecting with the audience that we're reaching.
Wow, that's good. And in doing so, when you're doing that, I've talked to many artists that say, I still need that touch. I need the sound of the people.
Yes.
I need to be able, because I move with whatever, the motions of what people are doing and how they're feeling.
Yes, because it's nothing like having the genuine feeling, like sitting here talking to you. It's like having a cup of coffee and talking to somebody that you've been, in relationship with. And that's how it is as an artist when you're connecting with your audience. So we do need that, just to have that feel. But even with the live, I'm just like, how do we go around that? And I think there's a couple of platforms that are coming up that's going to give us that.
Let's put a real picture on what a local artist actually goes through, because many local artists, even here, this is their family. I mean, this is their work. This is what they were doing. I mean, as far as a full-time job. And many people don't see that when you're up there. They're thinking, okay, when you're putting the tip jar out there or when they're coming in, we're kind of, I guess for us, we are spoiled. Yeah, because we don't have, many times we don't have to pay when we come into the venue or something like that. But New York and Chicago,
they make
yes, you pay even if it's a restaurant.
Yes.
You pay because it's live music.
That's right. That's right.
So let's talk about the fact of what impact that was as for people that were local, and this is their life, and now it's gone.
I just think it is really just, again, finding that creative niche to bring in the revenue. So that's like merchandise. That's also creating other streams of income.
Right.
Like my pastor always says, you need 7 streams of income. And so as artists, we have to figure out how is that even in the midst of this pandemic. So that's really what it looks like. For me as an artist, I can't say that I depend solely on this, but the boutique, as you mentioned, and then the clothing line that we're getting ready to launch. So that's been like creating the 7 streams.
Right. But creativity is there. The creative part of that is there. And I love that fact of what you do. What have you learned along the way?
Ooh. How much time we got?
We got plenty of time because everybody is listening. Everybody wants to know that. Many people that are dreamers, and I always mention this, when I saw 40 million people unemployed, I said, wow, many people still have the dream of going into their purpose, their vision, or whatever they wanted to do. But of course, at that time, they were working.
Yes. So now you get pushed into your own, where you say, you know what, okay, it's time to fly. It's time to get out of the nest.
Yes, and how can they do that? Yeah.
Really, I would say, first of all, you have to have, you don't have to, but I recommend that you have a relationship with God because he's going to lead you and direct you. 2, write it on paper. They say write the vision, make it plain. Right. So let's write the vision. Let's make it plain. How do you want to, what are you looking to accomplish? What are you looking to put into place as far as your dream or your vision is concerned? And then after that, okay, let's take the baby steps. How do we break it down? Right. And take baby steps to make sure that whatever it is that you can accomplish these first 3 things that's going to lead to the manifestation of the finalization of that vision that you've given. So that's what I would recommend.
And along the way, you've learned what?
I have learned patience.
Yeah.
I have learned that you can't put everybody in a box because everybody's different. I think it was who was it? He said, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. So everybody's different. Everybody has unique factors, and you have to figure out how to go in and out of the people, especially if you're in the music and entertainment industry. You have to figure that out. And then I've also learned that there's always more of you to give, but in that more of you to give, you have to have those moments where you have rest so that you're able to be at your best. So those are valuable lessons that
absolutely, especially being having the rest. Yes. Because people can take so much. Yes. And and then your body is breaking down, or health wise, or things like that, tired, stressed, things like that. So I see that in the music business. The other thing is that music is business. Yes, it is. It's 10% music sometimes, and it's 90% the business.
Yes, it is, sir. Yes.
But many times people don't see the business part, and they lose out. They're not represented.
Yes, that's true. And so for me, I'm giving just giving a general, like having a team, because at first it was just me wearing multiple hats, and I recommend that any artist not do that. Because it will wear you out. That goes into that whole rest thing. But having a team where you can delegate, a PR team, a management team, having people that are part of your production staff, so you don't have to wear those multiple hats, and you can just really concentrate on being that creative that you were meant to be, because you devalue the people extracting that creativity from you if you're trying to wear all these multiple hats.
I agree with that. I truly agree. Especially people are specialized in different things.
Yes.
They have their gifts.
Yes.
You know, and I love that they have their own gifts. Like you said, PR.
Right.
Your marketing. I mean, you're doing everything, and then it's time they're saying, well, where's the music? Where's the music?
Wait, I'm going to get it after I get some sleep.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And so many people try to do it all.
Yeah. I've tried it for years, and I burnt myself out on both ends, and it was like, okay, Lord, no, something has to change. So coming into this year, I was pleasured to meet You First Media and the team, and they stepped in and they said, okay, we'll do your PR and we'll help you with management. You know, then also having my co-pastor, she's been the one helping me here on the ground. And so it's lifted a lot of weight where now I'm able to really focus in this project that we're working on. I'm super stoked because it's like I finally am able to just be free to be creative instead of wearing multiple hats.
I love that your new music, a change is gonna come. Where did it come from? The concept.
The concept came from everything we've been experiencing with George Floyd, everything in the BLM movement, and just really just sitting back and looking at the picture, and it was like, okay, God, there's something that has to change. We have to change the dynamics on how we entreat each other. We have to change the dynamics on how we accept each other or love each other based upon skin color, based upon religion, based upon all these different things that we become so closed-minded about.
Right.
We have to change that perspective. And then at the same token in time, people need to be warned, look, there is an end that's coming, and we need to make sure that we're in line to that end.
Absolutely. And looking at that Black Lives Matter, how did that affect you and change you when you really started looking at the movement of George Floyd and the others that are still continuously being killed? More people are being killed even now, you know?
I think
in that way.
Yeah. I think it's really like we always say Martin Luther King, he had a dream. And then we sit and we say, some of us say that the dream was fulfilled. But when George Floyd happened, I felt like I looked and I was like, the dream has not really been fulfilled. He said that all will be able to join hands. And still to this day, there's so much division and there's so much confusion and chaos that's represented amongst race. And it's time out. It's time for a change. It's time for America to come to a place where we have brotherhood instead of disunity and dysfunction.
Right. I remember Will Smith saying that it has been going on, but now it's being filmed.
Yes. And I would definitely agree with that.
That's the difference.
Right. Live and in living color. It's like it's back in your face, and you need to either change it and deal with it head on, or, you just continue to be blind to it. And it's now, what I love about what happened with George Floyd is that now you started to see a lot of people say, you know what, enough is enough. And you started to see the bleed of races coming together and say, you know what, we're going to stand up for what is right. It doesn't matter who died, the skin color. What matters is human rights of living is still, acceptable, where it's not about a color, it's about that person's life.
Absolutely. And I love the fact you mentioned that, because now we have a new vice president in office.
Yes.
Vice President Harris.
Right.
And in doing so, she's a first. And then we still see first in 2020.
Yes.
How does that change you? How do you look at that?
I look at it like we've progressed some, but we still have some progression to go.
Right.
So I'm just hopeful for what is coming ahead. But I'm like, okay, all right, God, what are we doing? So.
And that's what I love your music. I love that song and what it says in the song, and even the lyrics that you came up with. And was that part of something else, or was it particularly George Floyd?
No, it was George Floyd had a lot to do with it, but also things that I've seen in the church. Even as the church, we can parallel the church to government and the disunity and the dysfunction that's happening in the church. And then at the same token in time, there has to be a change in the church. Back in the day of Martin Luther King, back in the day of Malcolm X, the church was one of the strongest points.
Right.
But now the church has become so weak. And it's time for us as the church to actually stand up and say, you know what, enough is enough. We're going to take back the pillars in the community and be the voice that we were at one time.
What changes do you think are needed in the church? Since you mentioned it, you mentioned the church. You mentioned the church.
I got a list. I got a whole list. You can feel this room. But definitely, as far as church is concerned, one of the things is we've become so. We've got to the point where we aren't transparent anymore. And transparency is what brought me in. When somebody stood on the pulpit and they were transparent, you know. And so we sit and we constantly, now the church is at this place where it's like the judge. And it's like, okay, God gave you the right to judge, but at the same token in time, it's not your judgment that's going to win that person. It's your love and your transparency that's going to cause that person to come in and stay. And so that's one of the main things that I would say that we need to change. Our love, that's the bottom line. Our love in the church, because the church has really become to this place where it's just cold, you know. And at the end of the day, it's like, how can I help you if you're dealing with suicide or depression if I'm judging you? Right. Because I'm looking at your outer appearance, or I'm looking at the way that you're responding, but your response is based upon what you have been through. So we'll just leave that there before I give you like 20 more points.
You have a ministry that's out, Beautifully Scarred, Gracefully Broken. What is it and why?
Beautifully Scarred and Gracefully Broken is really just about my life. I've come out of homosexuality and lesbian lifestyle. And so I'm helping other women that say, you know what, I want to come out of it. I'm helping those that deal with self-esteem issues, because a lot of times as women, we have went through, you know, being broken and going into these different relationships with men, trying to fulfill a void through these men. But it really stems back from childhood, whatever you've experienced, whatever mom spoke over you, whatever dad spoke over you, and really saying, you know what, I'm valuable and I am enough. And so that's really what the ministry is about, letting women know that you are valuable and you're enough, whether you're coming out of a homosexual or lesbian lifestyle, whether you're coming out of an abusive marriage, whether you're coming out of just dealing with day-to-day issues and the pressure. You're still beautiful and you're still enough.
I love that. We're going to take a break. And we'll be right back with Zion DeVoice.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
During the season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service, striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Family, we we are back, and we're talking to Zion Divorce. We were just talking about your ministry, Beautifully Scarred and Gracefully Broken. Yes. And we were just talking about just some of the things and why. In looking at your ministry and what you would like to fulfill for women, let's go back over some of the things. Women are asking that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So as far as the things that we would like to fulfill, like to have, a couple of conferences. Yes. Hopefully scheduling them next year, where we talk in depth about, first of all, abuse. A lot of times women, we don't realize it, but there's layers to the abuse. It's not just, oh, well, he hit me. It's layers. It's unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment. Sometimes it's even pride, and really dealing with those things so that you can be set free from the relationship. The soul tie of it, but at the same token in time, you can untie yourself from all the emotional baggage that's connected to it. Then also looking to do some podcasts and also a t-shirt line that's coming out of it as well. So,
wow. Okay. Yes. I hear you're a playwright.
Oh my goodness.
I hear you talking about being a playwright. You have a production coming up and a play, and how did that come about and how did you start?
See, you've been doing some digging. Yes, so we actually have a play coming up actually this weekend. It's a Saturday, and it's called The Christmas Miracle.
Like tomorrow.
Yes, and it's at 2 p.m. and it's a Christmas Miracle, and it's basically a play based upon a character from New Orleans. And when I tell you, it's a roller coaster, a ride of emotions, and it's one of those plays where you get to see what she's been through, the hurt, the pain, the bitterness, the resentment, but you also get to see her restoration.
Wow.
And one of those plays where I would recommend you bring some tissue. So,
how do we start writing plays? We were talking about that.
Oh my goodness, you want me to tell that to the people?
Just a little bit.
Okay, well, I'm an only child.
Okay.
And so as an only child, a lot of times you have those moments where you're by yourself. So I believe it was even Tyler Perry. He said that he would sit and don't be in the room with him while he's writing.
Right.
Because you'll hear different voices, and that's basically what it is, sitting and writing and just trying to pass time. And I got into that mode where I was writing, and my mom probably came in there and said, "What is going on here?" but I'm steady writing, and I remember having a project. It was probably 3rd or 4th grade, and we were told to write a play. And when I wrote the play, the teacher called my mom and she said, "Did you help her write this play?" My mom said, "No, I didn't." And the teacher said, "This play needs to be done." But it was then I knew that I was called to write.
Wow.
So
to write a play.
To write to write a play.
Yeah, to write. Even to write, that's good. In production and just looking at it, so many people are creative.
Yes.
You have young people that are creative too. What would you tell young people, especially the ones that are look by themselves, sitting and writing, and they've got people talking to them.
Oh my goodness! Just get you a couple of spiral notebooks and go for it.
Yeah.
You never know how good you can blossom into being the flower that you are meant to be until you actually get there and just start writing. That's the same thing with music. Just get there and start writing. And even as you're writing, have you some people around you that say, "Hey, come on, I want you to listen to this play," or I'm going to act these characters out for you. Because people will tell you the truth. You know, whether you want to hear it or not, they'll tell you the truth. And then from that, take that as good critique and then start to come together or basically make what you're doing, bring it together into the place of wholeness.
Absolutely.
So
that's good. That's good. And in looking at it, we were just talking about your journey along the way. During those 10 years or so, during that process of the music industry, as well as just being creative, and we were talking about what did you learn, but what things did you feel that didn't work out? What were some failures, you think? Because many people always see the glory and really not the story of what it is.
I lost a lot of me trying to be what people wanted me to be.
Yes.
As far as record labels, and they'll go unnamed, but record labels that are big record labels, and they would say, well, we can sign you, but you need to put on a skirt. We can sign you, but you need to change your hair. You need to lose weight this way.
Right.
And it was like, in that, losing myself in the process, because everything about me speaks creatively, you know, so why would you want to lose that? And so then also losing people that you thought were friends, you know, because of jealousy, envy, or just the fact that it was now time for them to shift. Right. And then having to deal with the baggage of losing those individuals. Also, just the point of just a lot of depression, and people don't talk about that, but even as artists, you deal with depression and you deal with it because you're in this creative state. So it's kind of like going from the left brain to the right brain, and I think somewhere in the middle, you deal with that depression that happens. And as artists now, I'm grateful for people like Robin Williams, you know, when he came out and he started talking about, you know, he dealt with depression. Right. And so it's, you know, in those moments though, I also find more creativity. Right.
And many of artists as well as creative minds want to please.
Yes.
You know? Yes. And you're trying to please everyone.
Yes.
And everyone is not happy, but you're trying to do it. And I love what you said. You would lose yourself.
Yes.
You, the person.
Yes.
Because you're trying to do everything they want you to do.
Yes.
And many of the artists, I understand, do sign because of that. But once they sign, depression, suicide, and everything else happens. You know, drug overdose, things like that.
Yes. And for me, like looking at stories, you know, of different artists, the 5 Heartbeats, what they went through, you know, just different, Phyllis Hyman, and it's like, okay, I don't want to be like that. So let me take the lessons that I've seen from, you know, things that they have been through and they have experienced, and apply it and say, okay, well, how do I do this where it's different? You know, and so that really goes back to something that was said earlier, that core of people that's going to keep you accountable, that's going to really stir you in the right direction, that say, okay, no, don't sign that contract. You know, because you sign that contract, you're signing your life away. Right. You know, and then people that will say to you, okay, no, I think you need to really pray about this, or I really think that you need to back off of this opportunity. Because every door, that's something that I want to say to artists, every door is not a door that you should walk through. Right. Especially in this industry. It's a lot of traps and a lot of setups, you know, so as an artist, be cautious of your surroundings, but also make sure that you have a core of people that's going to support you and really be there for you.
I think many times, and I'm glad you said that, I like what you said, because many people think they can get uncles or aunts or friends or
I tried it, y'all. It don't work. It don't work. It don't work.
For representation, you got to get somebody get somebody that's qualified. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
Yes, you have to get somebody that's qualified. When I first got into music, and I was actually serious, I actually had someone that was like that. Yeah. And I was like, oh, yeah, come on, you can be my manager. Right. And it was horrible. Right. I remember we did Bobby Jones gospel. And we came out, and this gentleman, he stepped up. He had to be about 6 foot tall, almost 7 feet. And he came and he offered something. And the person that was managing me, she got in his face, and she was just very nasty. And I said, never again. I said, never again. Right. Because you're not only making yourself look bad, but you're making the artist look bad, and then you're giving it a bad name where people don't want to deal with them. So I recommend don't get uncle, auntie, unless they're in the music business. Your best friend, yes, your boonopolist, nobody.
Exactly. You know how we do, and then all of a sudden we end up, or they'll become not just the manager, but they're the accountant. You know,
Taking everything
exactly.
from you, and you getting $2 and they're getting
Right.
$700. Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
don't do it.
So we know that's the wrong road. Do not enter.
Right. Don't do it. Don't enter. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Don't do it.
Wow. Going into vending and going in as a boutique and your line, your T-shirt line.
Yes.
How did you decide? How did you decide that?
I just was like, okay, what is going to make me want to buy a shirt?
Right.
And so that was the first thing as far as like creating T-shirts and creating different designs was concerned. As far as the boutique is concerned, I can't take credit for that. That is my co-pastor,
Right.
you know, but she's a very creative person.
Yeah.
That she's one of those people that will call you at 3:00 in the morning and say, hey, I got an idea. You know, it's like, it's 3:00 in the morning. But what I can say is that the boutique has really taken off.
Right.
You know, even since you've come
Yeah.
last, we've developed like 5 different lines of shirts, and so it's
because
just
I
really,
know I brought a millionaire.
Yes,
my
you
millionaire
did.
shed. Yes, I got
Yeah.
it. My millionaire
Yeah.
shed. I love the statements that you have on there. The in your face great ones. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That are just creative.
Right.
And people say, where did you get that from? They always ask that.
Really?
Where did you get that from? Yes.
Well, see, now you got to graduate. We're going to have to hook you up because we have the sweatshirt now. You have the whole jogging suit. We got to step up your game. So, yes.
And then to think of that, to think of what other things are needed in the clothing line. How do you look? Do you find your inspiration somewhere, or where does that come from?
We do. We look a lot of
What's
times
trending?
clothes trending.
Yeah.
And then also we make sure that we keep up with stuff that's happening like in Paris and things like that, just to give people something different. Because the motto of the store is the place where unique is here to impress.
Right.
So.
What I love about the shirt, it's a T-shirt, but I love about it is the quality. Why so about the quality?
We're 100% behind quality. If it's something that we wouldn't wear, we're not gonna give it to you. And so that's like one of our key focuses: the quality as well as the look and the style of what it is that we're presenting to people.
Yeah, because people don't realize after you wash it, or something, or you send it to the cleaners or whatever, for so many times it wears.
Yes, it does. Yes, and some shirts, people say, well, I'm getting in the T-shirt business and I'm going to get the shirt, and then by the time you wash it, like you said,
Right.
it has holes in it.
Right.
But we want people to come back. And when you do, you make sure you go the extra mile. So, yes.
And it's something to do with the texture of the quality of it.
Yes. So that shirt that you have,
Yeah.
that's like one of our popular sellers. And a lot of people come back because they're like, this shirt is so soft.
It is.
And it's one of those shirts that when we found it,
Consistently soft.
Consistent,
It's not
yes.
that, the first time you have the shirt on, then after you wash it and
It
the
gets-
softness is gone.
it gets rough.
Yes.
No, but this shirt, we love it. And we just want to keep doing that with our customers, giving them something that they're going to come back and they say, no, I don't like the feel of that shirt. I like the feel of this shirt.
Christmas is coming up.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
People need to purchase.
Purchase. Buy.
They need to buy.
Buy. But you can actually go online at www.rawapparel.com and check out the new stuff that we have. We have some hoodies. We have some bling hoodies for the women, millionaire in the making tees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have a lot of stuff happening.
I know. I brought some sunglasses. I brought some more things over there. I said, I got to get it from over here.
I know. I saw you. You took out running after you bought that. Yeah, but we have, we have purses. We have everything that you need, and then we're a Christian-owned boutique.
Wow.
So a lot of people are just floored by that, and it's women-owned, minority-owned. So,
Right.
That's like 3 things at one time for, and the people come back. So we're located on 7246 North Sam Houston Parkway West, and we would just love for you to stop by. We're there Tuesday through Saturday.
Wow.
So. Yes.
That sounds good. And going back to your play itself and the production, what do we look at, how it is, without giving it away, okay, without giving the whole thing away, what is the play about? You gave a little bit, but just the total, what it's about.
It's really a play about restoration.
Yeah.
You know, when we say Christmas miracle, a lot of people are looking for the miracle of finances. That's not what this is about. This is really a miracle about restoration. A lot of times in our life we need to be restored, you know, and the word says, you know, that laughter is as medicine, you know, and so this production has so much laughter in it that even in rehearsal, a lot of times we can't get through it because we're laughing, you know, and so basically without giving it away is about this lady, and she's went through so much trials, so much tribulations, especially in light of Katrina and things that have happened. But at the end of the day, God brings her back to that place of restoring her after coming out of homelessness. And so now she's able to get her life back. She's able to get her joy back, her peace back, you know. And so it's just one of those plays where it's kind of like my favorite movie this Christmas is one of those movies where you're like, okay, that's a Hallmark and I need to see it every year. So we're excited about it. We have a cast that is super lit to share with you guys this weekend.
Absolutely. Let's say some names. Oh, better not say names, because you're going to forget.
I might get in trouble. I might forget somebody's name and get a phone call after, hey, you forgot my name.
Right? But it's getting started. Our topic is getting started in music. You've spoken about it. You've talked a lot about how to get in, how to stay in, and some things as far as people that are in their local but really want to become mainstream. What would you tell them?
I would tell them it's really about your team. Yeah. You know, that's the main thing. It's really about your team, and it's also about your dedication to yourself. You know, for years, I would sit there and I would say, well, why is it not moving? But it's not moving because you're not moving. Right. You know, so it's really about taking that sacrifice and taking the time to share your music with people, taking the time to really invest into yourself, you know, to invest into vocals, invest into going into the studio, invest into your writing, also invest into the things that are going to surround you as an artist, whether that's your merchandise, whether that's your website, whatever it is. Invest into those things because people look first before they experience you. Right. You know, so if I sit and I have a raggedy presence, then you're not going to want to listen to my music. But if I have a presence where you're saying, wow, the album looks good, let me see what it sounds like. You know, so that's about investing into yourself. So I would say taking it from just being a local artist to mainstream, what you really want to do is really take that time and invest in you.
Absolutely, especially now during COVID.
Yes.
COVID is a different thing where we're not able to go out as much, or we're not, you know, other than, and the venues aren't open, a lot of them, you know, a lot of, you know, restaurants and things are closed. And if you're in gospel, you know, a lot of churches have been closed and they're just doing virtual. But in doing stuff, people are going mainly, like you said before, on the internet, their social media, and that presence has to be there.
It has to be A1. My PR, she's probably going to get me when I get off, but I'm going to expose myself. So I went and I did a live, and everything was going haywire. And she said, no, this has to be excellent, you know. And so, you know, as artists, again, we really have to take that time to invest and make it a place of excellence where people want to experience even in a live, you know. So yes.
And technology is different. It changes all the time.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Keeping up with it is like, it's like overhaul, but you have to know the trends, or I know somebody that knows the trends, that goes into that team, know somebody that knows the trends, and okay, well, you do it, you know, you delegate and let them do that, and you stay in your creative lane, you know, and just allow things to flow, so that you can be the best that you can be, and then your team will make sure that you're the best that you can be in presentation.
Sounds good. Look into the camera and let's talk to the viewers. What are your last thoughts and what would you like to leave with them?
I would like to say to anyone that's listening, I want to encourage you as an artist, as a person, just to continue to adjust your crown. Know your worth, know your value, know that no matter what it is that you're going through, that you are accepted and you are loved and you are appreciated for the person that you are. Be encouraged.
Sounds great. How do people get in touch with you and how to go to the boutique? Give the address.
Okay, so you can get in touch with Zion the Voice. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, also on YouTube, Spotify. You can check it out, Zion the Voice, ZIONDAVOICE.com. Also is the website. And then on those platforms, it's the same thing, ZIONDAVOICE. Also, as far as the boutique is concerned, we would love to have you to come on and stop on through. We're there Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And the address is 1746 North Sam Houston Parkway West. Looking forward to seeing you.
Absolutely. And the Christmas play.
And the Christmas play. The Christmas play is this weekend. We're actually doing a single release tonight as well. And both of these events will be in the same location, 1746 North Sam Houston Parkway West. This event tonight starts at 7 o'clock, and then on tomorrow at 2 p.m. You can catch both of those events on Eventbrite and just get your tickets there. The tickets for the event tonight is absolutely free, so please come on out and support. And then also on tomorrow, the tickets are only $20 or $30 for VIP. We hope to see you in the play.
Sounds good. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's Zion the Voice. You've got to see her. She gave you her information. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
During the season's best sales event, Ron Carter Cadillac delivers 0% APR for 72 months plus $2,500 bonus cash on all 2020 XT4, XT5, and XT6. Or drive 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection only $299 a month. 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection just $369 a month. And first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection just $399 a month. All for 39-month lease with just $1 down.
RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm attorney Willie Powles. Allow me to express myself with you. If you've been hurt or injured in a car or truck accident, give me a call and we'll get it fixed today.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, how you doing? So this part of the show, I'm going to be speaking. I will be speaking about doing a major announcement on today. The first thing I want to do, we want to talk about the toy drive. Let's post that real quick. There's a toy drive. It's DNP Productions. It's going to be tomorrow, Saturday, December the 12th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's going to be on Harwin. Let's see that one real quick. Sounds good. Okay, and I want to make the announcement. I have a new team that's put together. Let's post it. My executive producer is Diana Patterson, and my creative director is, we call her Royalty, Latina Patterson, just so you can know. That is my new team as of now. So congratulations to them. Man, they have done a dynamic thing for me. They've been working on it for a while, but I wanted to announce that and let you guys know that. On today, I want to talk more about fear, and I want to post that. Let's put that up real quick about fear. I want to talk about that. And what that is fear has two meanings. Forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours. On today, I'm facing my own fear. As of now, I wanted to tell everybody I didn't want it to come out in craziness and things like that, but a friend of mine just killed himself about a week ago, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. Very good friend of mine in suicide. His wife called me, and this is how it started. They had been married over 38 years, and he and I had been friends forever, just buddies. And he killed himself, and I wanted to read what I had written from the fear of his children finding out that he had been born with both genitals. I, too, was born the same way with both genitals. So I wanted people to know that. We had this in common, as I, too, was born the same way. So no one else will experience the suffering of hiding in fear. I will say it for him. Only close friends and family knew this about me. But with the death of my friend, it's imperative that I say it to the world and not be in fear. I want each one of you all to know about fear. It's false evidence appearing real. I had for the past 40 plus years been fearful of this. Only friends and, of course, intimate partners of mine knew about this, about me. But after my friend, through his statement of his death, he had written about how fearful it was. And his wife, as well as him through death, had said, Cam, we think you should talk about it. And I did. So in doing so, I want each one of you to know one thing. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone hold the pen. And I just wanted you guys to know that. With his death, it's just battled me for the longest. I couldn't even eat this weekend when she called me because we had talked every other day. He was one of my best friends, and he killed himself because of this. And I want those that are out there, it's freeing me to free yourself for whatever it might be. I wanted to tell you guys that. I appreciate you so much. Next week, we're going to have so many great artists. We're going to have Lakeside. We're going to have somebody from Cameo. We're going to have Michael Cooper of Confunction. We're going to have Cheryl Cooley of Climax on. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for loving me and anyone else in this situation. I appreciate you. Love you. 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time. Bye.